this forward.
Thank you very much. I see that you feel very strongly about
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm going to skip over the HR10 and HCR16 because it's a different area, but I will come to it. Okay, and I'm going to go on to HR13 and HCR19. This is urging the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs and the Hawaii Office of Veteran Services to develop comprehensive programs and services to address the specific needs of women veterans. And by the fact that the three of you are here today, we feel that that is a very good sign that you will be addressing those issues in the future and that you are sensitive to those issues. And I know from my conversations with you that you are very sensitive. Next, supporting the establishment of a Veterans Court within the Hawaii State Circuit Court, and Senator Kidani as Representative Ichiyama had introduced that. One. Okay.
Just really briefly, the Hawaii State Judiciary is already working on a Veterans Court, and they're moving forward with their program. But basically the idea was taken from several other states in Nevada and New York, where they have courts that are specifically for veterans. And what they can do is work with veterans who have been accused of certain crimes, misdemeanors, or nonviolent crimes, and work with them to get more services than just whatever the judiciary can provide, but wraparound services for substance abuse, for mental health, for PTSD, to really address the root cause of what is getting them into trouble, and not just have the criminal penalties or fine. So that's kind of the idea behind the Veterans Court, and the judiciary is moving forward with it. So just a little bit of information. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along. HR 15, HCR 21, and actually I do have some of the SCs here, but this is requesting the U.S. Congress to fund abortions for servicewomen in cases of rape or incest and lift the ban on private funding of abortions at military bases. This is a very important bill, and I think you can read the history of this bill in the booklet. It's an unfortunate situation that it seems that we've gone backwards in terms of enabling women to have the human rights that they are actually entitled to. Next, we have, I think that's all of the resolutions that are related to veterans, and they're pretty heavy stuff, really. So we're hoping that the committees that deal with these are going to not going to shy away from these issues and bring them forward. Okay, then I want to go back to let's see, to HR 10 and HCR 16, requesting the Department of Health to establish a plan of action to reduce incidence of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD in Hawaii. And we do have a representative who would like to speak briefly to the issue. And the reason that this comes into the women's package is because women have a high incidence of COPD. COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Yeah, Senator Baker mentioned we have come a long way, and one of the bad things about it is women have taken up smoking a lot more, and actually women veterans or women soldiers as well, because it's very inexpensive at the PX. They don't have to pay taxes, and it's one of the stress relievers. It is a huge issue in Hawaii. There is a burden of COPD report that our state put out, and it's on our website, and it's also at the Department of Health's website. We did have a joint concurrent resolution passed in 2009 asking our Hawaii congressional delegation to help develop a federal COPD plan, and that never happened. So, of course, Hawaii has to take the leadership and develop a state plan, and we think that that will help our state have a more coordinated plan so that we can address the 30,000 people that have been diagnosed with COPD and the other 30,000 that have not yet been diagnosed and are costing our state $55 million every year in hospital costs.
Thank you very much. Okay, then we have, wanted to mention the requesting Hawaii's HR 12, HCR 18, requesting Hawaii's congressional delegation to support the efforts of the National Women's History Museum to secure a permanent home in the nation's capital. And Senator Chun Oakland provided the impetus for this resolution. We don't have a resolution on the women's memorial in Washington, D.C., but we do have a calendar on the desk, I think, that gives you some pictures of the women's memorial in Washington, D.C., and I hope many of you will get a chance to visit that and possibly consider supporting that. Let's see. I think we're at the end. Oh, okay. We're at the end of the resolutions. The last bill that I want to mention is House Bill 127 and Senate Bill 218 related to health care. This is the Compassionate Care Bill, which provides emergency contraception in the ER. It passed out of the Judiciary Committee the day before yesterday, and I'd like to thank Representative Gil Keith-Agaran for his assistance in that. I attended the hearing. There was a lot of positive testimony. Many of you were there and supported it. We're really proud of you. And so that was last year's bill, but it's still alive and it's moving along. That's the last of the bills in